If you guys need any cards, packs, sleeves, anything of that nature, shop on TCG Player using my affiliate link in the description. What's good, YouTube? In light of the whole video I did the other day, we're going to be revisiting one last Neo-Spacian deck. I know you guys are probably getting sick of my copium, but we got to look at the Junk Synchron build, which is probably the version that's like the most true to some of the original concepts around the Spacian deck with the junk and debris stuff. My philosophy is essentially the debris dragon aspect of that is just really bad. It was kind of just like a wind for Dark Simorgh and stuff, and Dark Simorgh is bad, and debris to just make Ancient Fairy and like Iron Chain is also pretty bad. Junk Synchron gives you access to real synchros, like it's completely generic unlike debris, and it lets you bring back Cross Porter too, which can just be like a solid play since Cross Porter floats. So this is the build that I've gone with, where we're just maxing out on Armageddonite, maxing out on ways to get to that Cross Porter, get the Cross Porter resolved, get that +1, and then follow it up with like a Convert Contact into a Junk Synchron type of play. So maybe not the most high power ceiling version of the Spacian deck, but just like very consistent and very solid is the plan, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun deck. Like I said, maybe not the best thing that's out there, but I think it's not terrible either. So let's just look at some replays. Alright, we played 3 matches. First one is against Wella Dad, I think. They opened like trash game 1, and we just have like the absolute god hand. Well, not quite. Maybe next turn I have like, it's like a combination of my first turn and my second turn is nuts, because we mill a Porter, and the Porter gets us a free plus. Then we summon the Armageddonite that gets us another free plus. So it's just like crazy compounding advantage here. We set the mirror behind this. The opponent drew double Mally. That's just like, oh, it's comical. It's sad. It's sad. You hate to see it happen. So here we're going for the Junk Synchron. We did Torrential. I think I accidentally normal summoned a second time this turn later, but we did catch it. So thanks to the opponent for not letting me screw up my replay like that. We resolve Avarice first because I actually have to, because I realized I searched my last Neo-Spacian, and yeah, we've just like gone through every single draw card here, and here's the part where I normal the second time, and we just put it back, and it's like, fine, whatever. You know what, we just do it next turn. So they pass here. They do have Gore's Storm to potentially come back from whatever I do. I decide to Sork their guy in main 2, which is probably the correct play. It does mean that Caius trades with one more card than it otherwise would have, I guess. So maybe, I don't know. It's like not going to tremendously matter. We have Brain Control Plague just to go for lethal straight up. So we're going to game number 2. Game number 2, we open up okay-ish. Like, it kind of depends. Depends on what the opponent does. They had to banish their Plague. We just go straight for the Storm. There's no, like, way. 0 chance they're playing Road, so I figure we might as well force that Solemn Judgment for free. We have this Dark Armed, and this is, unironically, Spacians are one of the best Dark Armed decks out there. It kind of sucks, though. I screwed up my Graveyard Math, so I couldn't use the Grepher effect, otherwise that would just put me at 4 Darks. I could have used it to send Plague, maybe, but then I would have had to, like, precariously stack and then drop that, and I just didn't want to. And there was a Torrential in the back row, so I might have gotten, like, completely owned. So we wait for them to do that, and then we Torrential, and now it just doesn't matter at that point. So Swift 2-0 versus Wella Dad. 2 more matches. What was this one against? It was against, like, oh, it was a Vayu Turbo. No, wait, is this Hybrid? It was like hybrid or something, because I swear they were playing a lot of Vayu stuff. Yeah, I'm not really sure, actually. Maybe they were just doing, like, Kalut and Icarus attack and a bunch of Vayu cards. I don't know. A lot of times, we can't always figure out the builds of, oh, what the hell? Up against Vayu Turbo, I believe, but it was, like, weird Vayu Turbo. I mean, pretty much every Vayu build I run into, I think, is weird Vayu, though. No one plays this deck optimally. Who knows why? I guess there are people at, like, tournaments and stuff that play the try-hard version of the build, but everyone on DB just be playing some whack Vayu stuff, I swear. So we get some nice stuff going on. We decide to Mind Con. We Dust Shooted them turn 1. I mean, it's just one of those games, you know. Dust Shoot really, the card is just stupid as hell. So here I missed lethal. I forgot I could just switch my my Raikou and attack for game, but it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. We're going to a game number 2 here. Opponent opens up. Oh, this was the game. This was the game I misplayed. This was so sad. This was so sad. You're going to see what happens. We're like completely fine too. We're completely fine. I mean, we get dust shooted, so whatever. I decided to mirror Sirocco. We do get dust shooted. It's not that great of a feeling, but like we're still chilling. I let them chain the crow, even though they technically kind of waited too long there. You got to do it before they look at your hand, obviously. So, and then I decide to not rip the Vayu. Fortunately, with Dolphin, you can just choose to hit a card with more attack, like the Vanity's Fiend or something. So, you don't have to rip the Vayu if you don't want to. Here, like, we made a big throw. Like, throw part 1 was not just summoning Panther and copying the dad. I decided to Brain Control instead so that I can guaranteed get a rip with the Aqua Dolphin, which is, like, nice and all. And then I probably should have just ripped the Vanity's Fiend because it's the only way we lose anyway. And then we do, like, get Brain, Vanity's Fiend. I'm just like, oh, goddamn. So, like, we wasted our Brain Control. And, yeah, and we kind of ripped the wrong card. And then we just drew, like, dead for multiple turns. So there's nothing we could do there. I mean, well, that's not correct. At the end, there was nothing I could do. I could have just, like, not played like an idiot in the mid-game, and we would have absolutely won that game. So, definitely my bad there. But that's okay. We get to go to a game number 3. And once again, feels like we're kind of just ahead on card advantage the entire game. We do hit over the Raikou. The Raikou pops my set monster, which is just a Necro Gardener. I believe in this game, specifically, I was on like a 44 card build with Necro Gardener. Or maybe it was 43. I don't know. It's like very slightly different. It's basically the same general idea as the deck list I showed in the beginning. Here they go for Black Rose, and I didn't wait for them to declare effect, and I just bottomless. Which was definitely a mistake. We go mirror here, though, and yeah, we get mirrored back, but that's completely fine. Oh, you know what? Here I get punished for setting my thing because I immediately draw contact. I'm like, damn, I should have known that would have happened. We just go for Stardust, which... It's weird that they deprison the Chaos Sork when they could have just summoned Armed Wing and hit over. In fact, it's weird that they normaled the Greffer when they could have just summoned Armed Wing and crashed. But it's just like, this game is super over. We're up like 6 cards. We get shooted. It's like, fine, whatever. We get shooted. You have a DD Crow, and I have like an entire hand. So, yeah, that is over. On to the final match. This is the one that I actually lost. I don't know. It's like some super depressing game versus Diva Hero, I think. Let's see. They go for the Stratos. They hit over. What happened to this game? I don't even remember. Oh, we like lost to Torrential, maybe? We rip, and then we go for the... Yeah, so this is pretty good so far. We do Prio the Dad, which kind of hurts us. They go Allure, they banish Caius. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff we got to deal with, so we figure we can just bounce back to Sangan with the Mole until the end of time, hopefully. And actually, yeah, everything would have been fine if we hadn't gotten shooted, actually. If I just set the Typhoon, maybe we couldn't have got shooted. But now we have to do some super awkward-ass play, and it's just, like, does not work out. We go for the Convert Contact, we draw 2, we go for Avarice, put 5 back. I mean, this looks okay. We're resolving cards. It's just, like, the lost momentum of having to go battle phase like that. They do hit the new one, fortunately, for me. I don't know why they felt the need to go Caius the backer there when they could have just summoned the Mali. I think that would have been infinitely better. But I calculate that there's nothing we can do into, like, Diva Miracle. Like, we could out the dad, but we're just going to die, so. We set... This head's pretty solid. I mean, this could be worse. We hit the set monster. Maybe I shouldn't have hit the set monster, but I had this Storm in hand. I'm like, we don't need to hit the back row. We have Storm. Maybe I shouldn't have set that at all because it just, like, let them Dust Tornado something. Maybe I should have just crowed the Treeborn right then and there instead of setting Storm. I think that was a bit of a misplay, actually. And here they go summon Sangan, and I'm just like, great, this again, we got to put it back. And I think we get Pro Set. I just decided that we lose if it's Pro Set Storm, and it was, so we scoop it up there. Pretty, like, anticlimactic, depressing match number 3. Maybe a slight misplay there in game 2. I could have just crowed the Treeborn instead of setting the Storm the way I did, and then they would have been, like, just, like, stuck with the Dust Tornado there and a Gores in their hands, so that might have been the better play. Whoa, there's playing Morphing Jar. That's whack. Everyone out here trolling with Morphing Jar. Well, whatever. Those were the games. Pretty fun deck. Let me know what you thought in the comments. I'll see you next time. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.